Good Thursday morning, First Baptist Church. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to spend just a few moments with you. I want to go over our fall 2021 Christian education program. You've heard a lot about this on Sunday mornings if you worship with us in person, or even if you watch us online. There's been information in the bulletin and including my blast, but I created just a very brief PowerPoint presentation that will walk you through what Sunday morning Sunday study groups will look like, and then Wednesday midweek Oasis starting in September. So I'm going to share my screen with you. You're able to see this before you now, our fall 2021 Christian education update. For Sunday study groups, again, this is stuff you've heard, but I'm trying to hit those of you who maybe have not been and worship with us on Sunday morning, or maybe you've overlooked the blast or the bulletin. So starting September 5, first Sunday in September, we're going to have 2 study groups for adults. The children and the youth will remain the same in their same groups, although some will be promoting. But overall, those 2 groups will remain the same. Here's the difference with adults. We will have our traditional Bible study. We've had this for the past 6 months whenever we resumed Sunday study groups. This is in the chapel. Typically, this study group follows my preaching schedule. Doesn't always align, but more often than not, it does. This is taught by a new teacher every other month. Some of you have been in the study group. If you want a traditional Bible study that's more exegetical, but does have discussion, then come to the traditional Bible study in the chapel, 9:45 on Sundays. The second study group that is forming is titled What's in a Name? This is a Baptist belief study taught by Logan Engel. This will last over 3 months. And each Sunday you will take a different belief of our Baptist denomination. So one Sunday you may look at, what do we believe about Scripture? What do we believe about the separation of church and state? What do we believe about religious freedom? If you want to know more about our middle name, then come to this study. It's going to be in room 203 upstairs. We just finished remodeling that room. Beautiful wood floor, so it's a great spacious room, wonderful conducive for discussion. 15 spots are available. Sign up on Sign Up Central this Sunday, please, because it is starting the 5th. And here's the good news. You have the flexibility to switch study groups. So say you start in the traditional study and you decide you want to jump in halfway through the Baptist belief study, you can do that, or vice versa. If you start in the Baptist belief study and you decide, I really want that traditional study that follows the preaching schedule, you can switch. So the flexibility is there. September 5, this all begins. As far as our midweek Oasis schedule, it's relatively going to stay the same. Here's the difference between what we have been doing and what we're going to start doing on September 8th. Starting Wednesday, September 8th, we will have a light fellowship meal in the fellowship hall starting at 5:30. This meal will run from 5:30 to 6. It's going to be, again, as the title suggests, very light, nothing heavy, nothing fancy, just a family meal to be able to provide for families who, instead of having to go home and cook supper or grab something to eat after church is over, you don't have to do that now. You can eat at church, and we've heard some of our families ask for this. So we're going to provide it. Now, because we are in COVID protocol, this will be done in a very safe manner. We will explain more about that the Sunday before September 8th, but I can assure you that this will be done as safely as possible. And then from 6 to 7, you have your midweek Oasis Modern Worship. You have youth and your Spark activities. Even though on the slideshow it says midweek Oasis Modern Worship in the fellowship hall, that's incorrect. It is going to be in the chapel as it always has been. So 6 to 7, we'll have a time of prayer. We will enjoy some contemporary worship, and then we will have our interactive Bible study. Now, there is a change regarding the 6 to 7 slide as well. So not just the fellowship meal, but there's a change here. One, you're going to have your interactive Bible study as we've had for the past 6 to 8 months, where we'll split up into small life groups, and we'll have discussion after I teach. We're going to give you another option. So maybe you want more of a traditional study that's not as discussion based. You want a verse by verse exegetical study. Well, we're going to have 2 different studies going on during that hour. We'll all worship together starting at 6, but then we'll be able to split up. So if you want the more interactive study with the life groups, you'll stay in the chapel. If you want more of a traditional Bible study, verse by verse, you will be able to go into the fellowship hall, and either I or Rob Stromberg will be teaching that study, more the traditional study in the fellowship hall. He and I will rotate. And then after 7 o'clock, we'll have sanctuary choir practice. Again, not too many changes for Wednesday midweek Oasis, except for 1, the meal starting at 5:30, and 2, we will now have 2 different Bible study options for the 6 to 7 o'clock hour. I hope that this helps. I will attach this to my blast this week, as well as it will be placed on Facebook. If you have any questions, be sure to give me a call, a text, or shoot me an email. Thank you.